A project that provides an annual cash flow of $28,500 for 9 years costs $138,000 today. Is this a good project if the required rate of return is 8%? What if it's 20%? And finally, at what discount rate would you be indifferent between accepting the project and rejecting it? In our financial calculator, let's go ahead and enter $28,500 as the project's payment. Enter 9, the project's life for the number of years. And in our first case, our required rate of return is 8%, so enter 8 for our interest rate. Finally, our project does not have a terminal cash flow. There's no salvage value associated with it, so we'll enter 0 for the future value. Now we can solve for the project's present value. We get a present value of $178,036.31. The project's net present value is its present value of $178,036.31 minus the initial cost of $138,000. At an 8% discount rate, our project has a positive net present value of $40,036.31. At a 20% required rate of return, we will solve the problem in much the same way. Let's go ahead again and enter 9 for N, that was the life of the project, 20 for our interest rate, because that's our new required rate of return. Enter $28,500, which is the project's annual operating cash flow, as the payment. And again, the project has no terminal value or salvage value at the end, so enter 0 for the future value. Once again, we'll solve for the present value. The present value of the project is $114,882.55. The net present value of the project, though, is negative. We take our $114,882.55 present value and subtract the project's initial cost of $138,000, and we get a negative net present value of $23,117.45. If we had a required rate of return of 20%, we should reject this project. Finally, at what discount rate would you be indifferent between accepting the project and rejecting it? Let's go ahead in our financial calculators once again and enter 9 for the number of periods. That's our project's life. In this case, our present value will be $138,000. That's our project cost. You probably need to enter the amount as a negative in your financial calculator. The project was going to have a $28,500 a year operating cash flow, so enter that as the payment. And again, we'll enter 0 as the future value. Finally, we will solve for the interest rate. When we solve for the interest rate, we get 14.59%. This is the project's internal rate of return. If our required rate of return is less than 14.59%, we should accept this project because it will have a positive net present value. If our required rate of return is greater than 14.59%, we'll find the project has a negative net present value, and we will reject the project.